Completely different, I guess, from the rest of the poetry this evening. I've selected two slightly longer poems that are cultural/political. Don't do too many of those, but every now and again, that's what comes from you. Each one's multi-sectioned, so I'm not just taking an overly long dramatic break in between stanzas, just so you know. The first poem is called At Daybreak. Effigies are burning at daybreak, hoisted high for the gathered camera's eyes, growing pale as the signal scatters over nations, until here, so far from the flame, the images no longer weep. Cities have many names, spelling ideologies, so leave them all. Minarets toppled half-heaven, sand blanched of color, and those endless fields of half-buried crosses, decay pitying decay, growing pale in slaughtered hearts, hoisted high for antiquity's eyes. See, we've still yet to meet a God other than our own. Farewell, mornings woken to shame. Dreams have spilled over into the streets, reflected oblong and broken shop windows and lightless eyes. Gaza, Tehran, Kabul, chased in dreams down Escher-esque alleys and turning in panic to see his face, only half the blade withdrawn. Veiled wives' gazes sweep up from their feet and pick up speed, swallowing everything like a house fire once the doors have swung open. Or perhaps I'm thinking more of the hellfire and protest that choked my mother, she with no name upon televised lips, she who adopts these broad sufferings, and how the razor of smaller casualties differs at daybreak from politics, how a single silent voice rarely pierces our vein. Finally, for my part, this poem is called Answering Where. It begins with a quote from the great Persian poet Hafiz. He says, "What we speak becomes the house we live in." A lake of refuse aflame, spilling into the crippled streets of Casablanca. Evening roaring blue, blue of absence, the sea's blue, blue beneath the heart of the yellow heart of fire. The world and its double, only the sky and I wince, blacken. We dispose elsewhere of our garbage, here alone, here in words, our house. A lake of refuse aflame in the sky, and I pretend to understand the language. Their disinterested talk as our waste burns heavenward is a boundary. Otherness is a place, like a hotel window, for safely witnessing here. The faceless child who robbed me in the market. Alone, my anger ebbs as I imagine him, unable to cry, unable to pray. I ask why, unable to answer. I imagine him alone tonight, though we share one house. Tonight, he will be a river. Tonight, he will return me. Is a river returning me? I answer their language with mine. I acquire their goods with my currency. Evenings I feast from their plates with my hands. I see why cannibals consider their appetite a soulful indulgence, a fattening of self. To my religious friends, where is very far from here, and once means now, extends forever. And to take shape means to speak one word, and I wonder, to live here, in this word, what language must we speak? A brief silence is enough to cancel everything, every word. Leave enough white space to live, to be seen to live. The man, they say, is wise, though aged this simple hour opposite my chessboard. His eyes are blue, blue of absence, the sea's blue, blue beneath the heart of the yellow heart of fire. The world has its double, which is nothing. I don't know if this is a question. A perfect circle falls. In loud voices, we are speaking the rain back up, the sun back up. In loud voices, stars emerge, exactly as they did in Boston. And the moon is still a perfect circle around us, falling. Thank you very much.